This is Mid-Columbia Library here, 101 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. We have a series of Spanish sections. We got a Spanish section on the left and right flank. We got the hero, the selling of, and the tabulations of non-fiction, and also recipes for cupcakes in the Spanish section. Also, we have the services of recipes, which are 300 different recipes. And these are the recipes for the book for the kitchens for 300 recipes in the Spanish section. We got the English and Spanish versions where you can speak dialects of English translated in Spanish. Translating Spanish to English. You got this Spanish book in the Spanish section for people that do not speak English. Have a book that can influence their English tongue for services in the Spanish section. They got romantic CD, love CD, romantic CD, and they got the romantic section. They also got the Mormon and LDS section, and the LDS Mormon section, and a Catholic section, and the Catholic section, and the Christian section, and Latter-day Saint section, Joseph Prophet Smith, and also Mr. Taylor, and also the services for incrementing, the service for the Christian book for the 118 chapters, which is from Jesus Christ himself, and the Latter-day Saints, and the Christian and Catholic these perspectives and angles on services in the Spanish section. We got the Culture Habit CD, and this is Action CD in Spanish section. The medicine and comedies of remedies in the Spanish section, and the service. They got the portfolio magazines, and also the stretch of Mr. Sun Tribune and the Sun Tribune. And we got the Sun Tribune. This is the Sun Tribune. We're at the City Hall at the administration office upstairs. Downstairs, we remove the chairs, tables into City Hall from Spokane office, into, of course, the insurance company at 1344 East Main Street, and also the tables and chairs and desks and desktops, and also portfolios of all the desktops, chairs at 1344 East Main Street, and City Hall, and chairs back in City Hall. This is the Othello Chamber. This is Mayor Othello Sean Logan, the internist Roger Sharon Eanes, and Citizens of the Year of Othello Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards. This is Othello Chamber of Awards of Annual Awards Banquet Party Hall, Restaurant, Bar, and Motel. The Cimaron 5, of course, the Red Lion services they have. Mr. Eric D. Olson, their services they provide, and also the Chamber of Commerce was next door, and those services they have. And Mr. Wade is no longer the Othello manager anymore for City Hall Othello manager. It's the United States Air Force. He's no more there, and the services they have. This is the awards of Bethel Assembly at Church of Othello, the awards of Leonard Rifles on these live silent auction. Business owners from around the community and also the services owners and chance of recognizing the community that they're recognizing the otherwise innocent chamber president Bob Richardson said being able to give the pet back, recognizing them as a point of the Richardsons, some of subcommittees should do. Richardson has been a fellow Chamber of Commerce for about 3 years, and said the president said that they took a look, changed the law, and building off the chamber. You know, that's Patty, and Patty is the Chamber of Commerce and was part of Chamber of Commerce, renting out the lots and services at the 4th of July Parade. The 4th of July Parade comes through the Othello Lions Park at 1005 East Hamlet Mayor's House, which is the water pool, the existing back water pool, the trees, and also the fence lines, and also the lawnmower John Deere lumber with the belt and blades that were replaced with John Deere Evergreen, and that's Bruce. Bruce and also the owners of the John Deere Evergreen, John Deere Company in 1972. October 1972, John Deere Evergreen implement opened up on Highway 26 on Sunset Acres. Sunset Acres has a John Deere JD310 with a bucket and turbo gill with PTO rewiring and the tails fixed, and the PTO hydraulic hoses are replaced, and drums of hydraulic oil are purchased. Now the Chamber President Richards is able to give the park back and recognize the point. He's honored 3 Teachers of the Year Civil Servants of the Year Citizens, Year Business of the Year Chambers. That's Kim Wayman, Secretary of State here in California. All the way walking to the governor's office and to Kim Wayman's office in Olympia from California, and then from City Hall to California to Kim Wayman's and governor's office. Kim Wayman has all the archive on that, and Larissa Perez, and also Melissa McKnight from Ephrata Courthouse, which Kim Wayman is upstairs in Ephrata Courthouse with Dano and Jennifer, prosecutor of Ephrata, Washington, Grant County, Moses Lake, Warden, Washington, Moses Lake, Ephrata, that's Grant County. The warden golf course is Grant County. Lamb Weston, Sconacon, Wash Potato, Wash Potato is Grant County, and also Ephrata on 56, Mr. Tabor Wallace retaining $10,000 for a lawsuit which was won. Othello, Washington, Sunset Acres, Sunny Farms, and also OCHA water lines. And those OCHA water lines are on the services at Cimaron 5 Line C. Riley's was Cimaron 5 Line C. The whole entire side of the other property that belonged to Remax was Cimaron 5 Line C. They finally got rid of that. Remax initiated services, councils, deposit inquiries. Mr. Sackman, Steve H. Sackman, retaining all the money and putting the money down for into Felix Barela's account, which is Cimaron 5 Line C, and that's the Social Security Office 8131 in Klamath, Cincinnati. That's Andy Miller. The prosecutor, that's Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Ajmer Singh S-A-N-G-H Nijjar. That's Jim Logan at 625 11th Street, which is Jim Logan, Carpet Carousel, and also that's Don Logan, and then it's Don Logan, the son, another son. This is Jim Logan, the other son. And the service they provide, that's sunny Sunset Acres, where Jim Logan takes me in the beautiful truck, as you can see, the services they have. The settlement, there's no settlement, and there's no inheritance, and it ain't for sale. As you can see, the Citizens for Business of the Year Chamber is awarded here, just like Patty. Patty was in the increment of putting lots out for 4th of July. Those lots are contributed to Pasco, Kennewick, Richland. People from Pasco, people from long branches like Simon's Mall. Those islands are rented out for $1,000. Post office ain't for sale, it's for lease. The government will lease that out and also lease it out. Simon's Mall is not for sale. The islands ain't for sale. The Simon's Mall ain't for sale. The parking lots ain't for sale. So this contract they got going, this is honorable for Mayor Othello Sean Logan. Introduce Roger Sharon, Citizen Year of Othello Chamber of Commerce. So I was just crossing that street. There's no law across the street. Supposed to the officer putting hands on me when no warrants are outstanding was my arrest. I'm in Columbia Wire, 620, 640, which is the Kennewick man. We got statues, we got the uniforms inside the museum. We got signatures at the museum in Muzz Lake, and here also in Kennewick, Washington, Richland, Pasco, where the Kennewick man was taken out of the Columbia Park. And also the Kennedy bodies were pulled out of Mueller's frame, and also George Washington and Abraham Lincoln bodies. The animals and natural animals are on the property of Jay Mueller's property owner, which is Frank Kaminsky and Jay Mueller. That's Navy Department. Here's Marine Corps, Mr. Manis, Yakima Reservation, and also Mr. Manis is in on all of it at the services, which is the federal courthouse, and that's the Hernandez. And that's Yvonne Hernandez right at 500 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. This is a true sample of the archival systems here in this Columbia Library. Come alive. Come alive. This increments Mr. Senator McCain, which is United States Navy, and then Mr. J. Mueller Administration Office. He's flew in the Air Force and flew with George Bush Sr., which is dead. And also Barbara, she's no more longer, here no more. And the burial certificates for the drop-off was on the curve, just like Overturf Motors, Ford Company, and Columbia Drive in Kennewick, Washington. Ford Mustang services, and then everything's paid in full increments. We got the showroom floor at Mercedes Tri-City Clearwater. We got the Starbucks and Gold's Gym on Eli and Richland Queens Gate. And their services are provided at the this is Mid-Columbia Library. And then if you come to the museum inside City Hall, you see the monument, first name, last name, George Washington, and also increments of Lola and Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney, and also the immediate mother, real mother, and my real father,